Hello virtual racers, this is Jason for Pitlanes Sim Racing. Come and join me after the intro as we take a good long look at the new Sector 3 Studios development blog, where they run through some of the new and exciting developments for their sim racing title RaceRoom Racing Experience. Hello there sim racers, this is Jason and you are watching Pitlanes Sim Racing News. And today we're going to take a look at a comprehensive development blog by the team over at Sector 3 Studios who are in charge of the RaceRoom Racing Experience sim racing title. Why I wanted to take a look at this? Well, there's some big things coming just on the horizon for RaceRoom. I wanted to work our way through the blog and just run through some of the points and why I'm so excited for this new build, hopefully coming June. So let's get started and let's take a look. Force feedback comes up first. So as you can see from the web page, from the forum, we're going to have a brand new force feedback and they're targeting June. We're in May now, so it's not long to go, and I have to say that when you look at the way that the old force feedback works, especially with the too many sliders and force feedback options and menus, that's right, if you go into the force feedback settings, you've got about 3 different categories, and there's sliders for this, for curbs, collisions, shift effects. Then you've got the understeer, oversteer, steering rack forces, and then the overall smoothing and force feedback strength. You can lose hours sliding those back and forth, going out on track, trying to find out. For me, I turn most of it off because I run a AccuForce wheel, and that has Sim Commander software, which does its own interpretation of the telemetry coming from the sim racing title. But for anybody with having to rely on the menu system alone to find out exactly what is what, a simplified system with just a few core sliders is going to make a world of difference. And also the other thing you have to notice is tire forces from physics are badly translated into force feedback torque. Now, that is another thing that takes a bit of adjustment, especially if you've got a powerful direct drive wheel, is that the torque will be represented by a hefty heave one way or the other on the wheel. And if you're not holding onto the wheel, it can catch you by surprise. So again, you have to subtle tune down some of the effects to be able to mitigate some of that. Although, saying that, I have enjoyed the way that the force feedback does feel on my AccuForce direct drive wheel, and I can get a good feeling with the car, but it does require some patience and some setup. And hopefully with this new force feedback system with 100% physics-based calculations, tyre contact patch movement and steering geometry are all going to be used to calculate a proper fully simulated force feedback that's going to be easier to set up, use and enjoy. That's going to be something I'm going to really look forward to. If we make our way down, again hopefully coming in June, we're going to have new menu options. They've already rolled out some of the new menu options and new look. When you fire up a race and you go into the setup screen, you do get a new dark mode type of setup screen with easy to read tabs, fully understandable, with an explanation on the right of what each thing does, and I can't wait for them to roll that out across the whole sim racing title. I think they're going to start working on is the triple screen setups, field of view calculations, things that need to be clear, simple and easy to understand, because you don't want to be guessing what does work, what doesn't work. You want to be able to go in a menu, put in all your dimensions and away you go, and the game will give you the correct field of view. Brilliant. That's something that triple screen users especially have been crying out for. Making our way down again, they're going to be rolling out the new interface for the replays. They can be a bit hit and miss, some of the cameras now, and they're going to improve the free camera movements, which, well, I only recently found out that when you're moving the camera about, if you press and hold down the Alt key, it slows down the camera movements, so you don't suddenly just go left, right, up, down, and it makes it really hard sometimes to find that perfect screenshot, that perfect shot for a thumbnail as a content creator. So it'd be brilliant to get some better camera photo options, so we can get some really nice screenshots and thumbnails. So that's maybe not for everyday racers, but more of us who like to make content. A better replay system, better cameras, yes. Also, now this is a DirectX 9 based sim racing title, but we're going to get some fresh new eye candy, starting with sparks. As you can see from the top there, from the open wheeler going up Eau Rouge over to Radelon, just look at that as it rounds out. You can see it kicking out the sparks, and it looks like it's a really fine spray there, just like you'd expect to see. I think that's brilliant. And things like that, well, unfortunately it's when it's ready, which is a shame, because a little bit more eye candy would just go down a treat. Moving on down, not only are they going to bring out at some point new sparks, but smoke and dirt, and I just love this. You can see the way it starts off really fine, really light, builds, becomes really thicker, and then gently just fades back away again, exactly how you expect it to be. You know, it's little things like that, especially when in replay mode or if you're in VR. The immersion factor of having sparks when they ground out or ride a curb, more realistic dirt kick up, it all just adds to that level of immersion. It all just pushes that sense of realism just another step forward. You know, it's a shame that they're teasing us so early with these new graphical effects, because I'd love to see some of that. But it's nice to know they're working on it. They haven't maximised and got the best out of this game engine. There is room for expansion, room for improvement, and brilliant. It means that they are committed and they're looking long term, which can only be a good thing for us all. So scrolling on down, there's work with the Thrustmaster wheels. Not much good to me being a direct drive user. And with more physics updates, I don't know if you've tried it, but the F4 cars, they've been having some they've had a graphical update, a physics update. The F4 car is a lot more lively. It's not just, you don't just throw it in anymore. You do need to a bit of trail brake, a bit more gentle on throttle application. It just feels more dynamic, more alive. So I can't wait to see that being rolled out across more and more cars. I know they've done a lot of work on the GT3s, the DTMs, the touring cars. They've already had significant physics updates, and it does show, especially in the DTM stuff. That's far more exciting to drive than it ever used to be. So if they're going to roll out the same for the open wheelers, brilliant, 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 brilliant. And we're coming up now to the last little bit, and this has got me really excited about content. I know they're showing a 2022 style F1 car. I'm not an open wheeler fan, but if you go up and read the first line, you will see an Opel Astra TCR is coming. Brilliant. Now the Astras, they've been in and out of touring cars for years in various incarnations, so I'm really looking forward to an Astra TCR coming, because you all know, tin top mad, love it. Any new tin top content, I'm on it and I'm enjoying it. And we all know that RaceRoom know how to do a touring car. So coming, it says coming soon, so hopefully June, along with a lot of these new updates. And it'd be great if we could have new force feedback to go with some new TCR cars. Oh, please, Christmas come early. What if we finish off with ranked multiplayer? I urge any of you, if you love to race online and you've got RaceRoom, please go and check out the ranked multiplayer servers. I'm in the UK, and I have found that the popular Euro time slots, weekday evenings and weekends after lunch, are just, full. You will always find a decent sized grid, and in fact sometimes you'll even struggle because they've only got one split. But there's a fantastic different combination on the hour, on the half hour, so there's always a rotation of something new. There's a big feature race every Wednesday evening, and then on a Thursday they'll publish the next week's events, so you know what cars, tracks and times everything's at. And again, there's penalties, points, incident points. People can get disqualified from races, and I have found the racing not only to be, for the most part, clean. You're never going to get perfect because you're racing against humans and we all make mistakes, but the level of competition and the sportsmanship shown, I have had some of the best races online in RaceRoom via their ranked servers. So do yourself a favour, get yourself over onto the multiplayer section of RaceRoom, tick the box for ranked servers and join in. You will guaranteed some brilliant racing. But of course they're looking to expand it. They want to create series and championships. This is what we've got at the moment, is a very basic form, but it works. It's proving popular, so it's good to see that they are, as the year moves on, going to push the multiplayer and the rank side of it even further. Can't wait. So that's a brief rundown and a brief look at some of the exciting developments coming from the Sector 3 Studios development team for RaceRoom Racing Experience. Some of it's going to be rolled out in June, and the rest of it we're going to see as the year unfolds. But it's great to see that there's room for improvement in both the sim racing title and the content. It's great to see that they're going to go back and look at improving the physics of some of the previous content. It shows a level of commitment from the team, so you know that if you invest in RaceRoom, you're going to get money's worth out of it. You're going to get plenty of time to be able to race it until the cows come home, basically. Let me know in the comments, have you tried RaceRoom? Do you like RaceRoom? Do you not like RaceRoom? Are you looking forward to these force feedback and physics changes? Will that hopefully change your mind, get you to want to have a look at it again? Either way, let me know in the comments. Let's have a little bit of a healthy debate, a bit of to and fro, yes or no, good or bad. Either way, just let me know. Keep it clean, keep it friendly, and I enjoy seeing what you have to say. But that is it for Pitlane Sim Racing News and our look at the new RaceRoom Racing Experience developments. We'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, race hard, race fair. Bye bye.